goal. That is a dream goal.
They found it. They finally found the goal they were looking for.
What a finish that is. Do not scratch your eyes. This is really happening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from St. John's Belson Stadium and the last match week of the APSL Metropolitan regular season, and more importantly, a Hellenic derby between the Pancyprian Freedoms taking on Leros. Let's begin with the home side, who sit in a playoff position at the moment in the standings, as Hoboken took on New York Athletic Club at Laurel Hill Park. We'll just have a quick glance at the score, the contest that kicked off at 4 p.m. The Pancyprians are looking for a result here tonight to build some momentum for the upcoming playoffs, and will either take on the New York Greek Americans, who can be crowned regular season champions here tonight if they come away with a result over Richmond County, or Lansdowne. They do, however, feature the tiebreaker on Hoboken should they end the day level on points. We'll get that little bit of fact here for us. Leros, on the other hand, play their penultimate game of the season, coming off a 5-1 win last time out in league play over New York International, sit in 6th place and are also newly crowned Manning Cup champions, and have their final regular season matchup next midweek against the possible champions of the division, New York Greek Americans. The first meeting between the two was a 4-3 thriller at Sousa Complex, with the Pancyprians coming out on top, followed by a 1-0 win in the cup with a late Luis Arguro goal. The two sides full of quality and pedigree, as we know, per usual, full of exemplary talent. And this is going to be their third matchup between the two sides in this season, the last final game before the playoffs will begin. And the Pancyprians are just looking for a bit of momentum, coming off a loss against the New York Greek Americans in midweek at Hofstra University. Just looking to build some momentum for the upcoming playoffs, as we mentioned. A very important time of the year with a lot of heavy legs, a lot of game played, and Hoboken actually were victorious today with a score of 5-0 at Laurel Hill Park over New York Athletic Club. So the mathematic is quite simple for the New York Pancyprian Freedoms. Should they come away with a victory, and only a victory, they will finish in 3rd place and take on the New York Greek Americans. Should they also win their match today here live on Game and Frame against Richmond County. If they do win, however, they will finish in 3rd place, level on points with Hoboken on 45, and will go to Lansdowne Yonkers for the first semi-final, with Hoboken then rounding out the top 4 with Doxa and Leros, like we mentioned, in 5th and 6th place, just missing out on the playoffs. But Leros already has a title to their name. Should be a scintillating watch here at Belson Stadium. Stay tuned for this very enticing match.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish. Flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back, guys, as the two sides entering the pitch. As we know, the New York Pancyprian Freedoms will line up in their classic blue kit. Leros, on the other hand, with their grey away kit, led out by the two captains, Jordan Balan and Andreas Adreu for Leros. Josh Levine also will begin the game in goal for the Pancyprians. Thanasis Shehadeh deputized last time out against the league leaders at Hofstra University in midweek. Tonight, Josh Levine's turn in the goal posts for the New York Pancyprian Freedoms, who, like we said in the pre-match, are looking to build a bit of momentum for the upcoming playoffs. They certainly now know their two possible opposition. It was always a matter of fact of either third and or fourth place, depending on the result here today. Only a win can propel them to third place, as they will be tied on points with Hoboken, who were victorious 5-0 today. And they do feature the head-to-head over the New Jersey side, so they will finish third with a win. With a draw, they will remain in fourth place and will most likely head to Hofstra once again for the first semi-final against the possible regular season champions, should we say that, because at 8 o'clock kickoff at in a tricky away fixture, has to be said, for the New York Greek Americans against Richmond County. The two sides are going to swap ends for this first half. Just a run by the Leros team sheet. Thompson is going to deputize in the goal. Andreas Adreu, Luis Argudo, Jimmy Barrios, Antonio Biggs, Mason Chetty, Junior Rosero, Harry Cook, Eric Dankwa, Leo Fola, Benjamin Jones, Louis Kiefer, Giovanni Morales, and Testori in the match day squad for Leros, with Mason Chetty and Junior Rosero beginning alongside Luis Argudo, Dankwa and company. We'll just go through the 11 as the match begins. Quite difficult just to tell the lettering on the Leros kit, but luckily have a very nice vantage point up here at Belson Stadium. Very nice evening for some football. Warm, zesty temperatures throughout, but really the perfect weather for some football to be played in a last regular season matchup, one last Hellenic regular season matchup. There might be one on the cards for Pancyprians in the upcoming weeks. Thomas Gray, Devin Hinu will begin alongside Ricky Cederberg. Off the right, Frimpong. Off the left-hand side, Stephen O'Connell, with Jordan Balon, James Tracino, Joe Holland, Sebastian Ruiz, and Braden Brown rounding out the 11. We should also mention our referee tonight, Mr. Gianluca Palanca, with the whistle today here at St. John's. Just having a last bit of inspection on the far right hand side goal post where Josh Levine is stationed. Maybe a little bit of a hole in the net. Leo Fola will begin the game at center half with Jimmy Barrios. Just see how Leros line up, seemingly looking like a back four, with Antonio Biggs at right full back. But we will see in due course. Junior Rosero and James Tracino just having a pre-game conversation. A couple of familiar faces exchanging pleasantries. So we have a slight delay to kick off, but I believe the issue is quickly resolved. Josh Levine just helping out the situation on the far hand goal post. I think all is good. And after a slight delay, we will be ready for kickoff. Indeed so. All is good, all is well, all is ready. Last checks from Mr. Palanca, and we are off and underway here at Belson Stadium. One last Hellenic derby for the regular season in the final match week for Pancyprians, and the penultimate match for Leros in their regular season. The Manning Cup champions traveling to Belson Stadium, where they found some success this year, defeating the Pancyprians 1-0 in a cup match with a late Luis Arguro goal, and the thrilling 4-3 crazy game of football that was played early in the season at Susa, one game apiece. Let's see Frimpong's first movement into the area, and an early corner kick for the Pancyprians. Going to be delivered by the Colombian Sebastian Ruiz. Cederberg, Tristino, and Hinu in the area. The flick at the first post. Cleared towards Junior Rosero, who cushions to the left-hand side. Arguro. Andreas Adreu leaves it to Rosero. Biggs. Leo Fola with Jimmy Barrios, like we said, in the center-back partnership. Quickly played in. Fola. Jimmy Barrios. Benjamin Jones at left fullback for Leros. Tristino trying to locate his center forward, Braden Brown. Free kick on Dankwa. Argudo quickly over the top. Cedarberg gets a touch, will get underneath it. Hinu will put his foot through it towards the halfway line. Fola, first contact. Eric Frimpong, Joe Holland, and Sebastian Ruiz can Moro do down the right hand side. Frimpong ahead of him. The service towards the area, cleared away by Fola. Flicked back in by Holland. The flag is down. And Thompson just has to communicate with Biggs and clear lines towards Rosero. Thomas Gray will assess. Infield towards Jordan Balon. Hinu. Gray direct. Left by Benjamin Jones. Barrios. Jones. Lifting. Testori going over. No free kick given. Testori beginning off the left-hand side. See this action first. Brown towards Joe Holland into the area, cutting it towards Tristino, who was at the 6-yard area. But last touch off Joe Holland. So Testori off the left-hand side. Mason Chetty off the right with Rosero, as we know, per usual, through the middle. Bit of a 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1 with Argudo, who's in possession here. The captain Andreas Andreu and Dankwa completing the midfield three. Rosero has it stuck under his foot for a moment. O'Connell over the top. Thompson thinking about coming off his line. Braden Brown in a duel with Fola, won by the latter. Dankwa swiveling away. Jones. From one fullback to the other. Bigsu, we know, can also play center back as the right fullback role today. Barrios. Fola. Antonio Biggs. Rosero spinning. Will keep the possession. Furthest back with his center back. Dankwa. Rosero off the shins of Holland. Brown connects. Balon first time to Stephen O'Connell. Hinu. Thomas Gray. Eric Frimpong with some space on the right hand side. Clever run by Joe Holland. Into the channel. Passed back by Thomas Gray. Hinu. O'Connell. Hinu lifts his head and serves towards Braden Brown. Just about remaining in play. Needing some covering from Fola, which he obliged to. Dankwa just drops his shoulder. Had enough weight on the pass to drop his shoulder and connect the pass with his fullback. Here is the fullback, Jones. Tankwa, infield to Rosero, who's dropped between the lines. Crossfield pass to Adreu, overhit. Ricky Cederberg. Back to the Swedish defender. Balon, the captain, backwards to Thomas Gray. No Jens Hoff in the Pancyprian squad today. Saw him feature at centre back in midweek at Hofstra University. Holland. O'Connell will serve it into the area. Clear it out, a half clearance towards Balon. O'Connell. Holland. Back to the advancing left footer. Tries to wrap his foot around it. And offside. Thompson to put his foot through it, not the best clearance. Fola will assess the situation. Biggs. Eric Tankwa. Infield towards Testori, intercepted for the moment from Cederberg, who's trotting back into position now. Jones back to Barrios. Fola. Everyone beyond the ball for the Pancyprian Freedoms. Biggs will look to serve diagonally. Frimpong underneath it. The seconds will fall to Adreu. Going to ground once and twice, getting a chunk on the ball. Cederberg with height towards Braden Brown, contesting in the air. Ruiz trying to latch on. Testori's control. Tankwa. Luis Argudo. Invites Biggs forward. Mason Chetty. Argudo. Benjamin Jones will lift it into the area. Hinu underneath it. Holly contesting the 2-8s in a little duel. Biggs over the head of Rosero towards Mason Chetty. Rosero will lift it. Frimpong exchanging with Balon. Cushioned by Braden Brown. Ruiz. Free kick. Some communication from Joe Holland, really, just maybe to how his side are gonna pick up the marks. Man to man for the moment in the midfield. Andreu, intercept by Holland, whose work rate is good. Played in early towards Sebastian Ruiz. James Tristino entering the area. So to Braden Brown. Step overs from the Colombian with the outside of the foot. The idea was for the edge of the area where Holland made a third man run into. Tankwa, clever turn away. Will spray it to Biggs. Advancing from right full. Has some space to work into. Will drive more. Finds Chetty. 1v1 with O'Connell. Checking it onto his left foot before serving towards Rosero, who serves into the area. Collected by Josh Levine. And with good distribution, they can counter quickly 2-on-2 if they can do it swiftly. Ruiz delaying a moment, which allowed Argudo to come back to intercept. Adreu. Tankwa. From the two fullbacks, really, Biggs is the one advancing a little bit furthest forward on this near right hand side. Infield towards Mason Chetty. Argudo. Benjamin Jones now so to a little bit advanced in the space. The clipped ball over the top. Frimpong has to get back and does very well to cover the ground for that ball intended for a little clipped ball into the channel. O'Connell. Balon. Frimpong. Towards Ruiz, but before that a whistle from our referee. Quickly played in by the Pancyprians. Ruiz. Braden Brown. Jimmy Barrios has to stretch. Lost out to Ruiz, however. Frimpong. Good step in the end. Barrios. Pressed high from Braden Brown. All the way back to Thompson. In goal, Biggs. Reversing it toward Dankwa. Will invert now his movement. Story towards Argudo. Overlap coming from Jones on the left. Rosero, cheeky wall pass. Holland with two attempts will find Frimpong and receive it back. Cedarberg. Great. O'Connell. Hinu. Balon. Cedarberg. Frimpong back to Cedarberg. Clever run made by Frimpong, wasn't spotted. Hinu will lift towards James Tristino, coming across is Leo Follup. James Tristino into the area. James Tristino denied by Thompson at the first post. Had to cover that first post sufficiently as Tristino went through on goal and tried to sneak it beyond Thompson at the first post. Leros can now transition on the other hand. Fola. Argudo dropping deep to playmake. Tankwa. Rosero. Barrios to Jones. Intercepted by Frimpong. Balon. Frimpong with good weight of pass towards Sebastian Ruiz. There's a couple runners into the area. Wants to serve it flat and low. Gray and Cedarberg entering the area to add a little bit more height. Ruiz standing over it, will clip it with loft towards the second post. Bit of an awkward first clearance, needing a foot to go through it. Chetty cushions. Biggs elevates. Arguro scanning. Will check it back to his fullback, whose control is a bit loose, but a free kick on Ruiz. Arguro, who's late winner here at this very field in a very important cup match for the two sides. It was the difference, and if I remember correctly, a frozen night. As we mentioned in the pre-match, the two sides with one win each against each other, with their third and most likely final matchup of the year taking place here at Belsen Stadium. A 4-3 thriller at Susa, and a 1-0 win here at Belsen for the eventual Manning Cup champions Leros. 4 goals in 2 matches for either of these two sides. None so far here. Biggs to take. Arguro. Thomas Gray towards O'Connell in a duel with Arguro. So to Adreu, who's involving himself now, and forces O'Connell to poke it out into touch. The 2-8s in a aerial duel. Free kick for Pancyprians. Back to Josh Levine. Cedarberg to Frimpong. We should mention as well a new position, rather, for the system that's being played for the Pancyprians today for James Tristino. Usually a winger, lining up in a double 10 if you'd like, so can show a bit of his flexibility as a free kick on Balan. So O'Connell will take to Thomas Gray, diagonal towards Frimpong, which is pinpoint. A loaded area if he can find some service. Beats his man, Eric Frimpong, low service, the flick from Tristino, and it's in! A goal without compromise, a clever flick from Tristino, who we just mentioned, his new position, and shows his clinical nature once again. Pancyprians hit the front. Lovely bit of work as well from Frimpong, who beat his man and delivered something into a dangerous area. And Tristino's flick the first goal at Belson Stadium here tonight. Leros now riposte. Arguro. Back to Benjamin Jones. You said just the new positioning of Tristino in the field. Now we'll go out into the wing to press the full back. Just a slight change of tactics from Joe Holland and Andreas Adreu. Working neatly so far. O'Connell, Brown, Tristino, Adreu, Cherry, Biggs tries to flick over O'Connell. Rosero using his body. Tankwa. Arguro, free kick. Biggs. Leo Fola, the ex-St. Francis Terrier and old teammate of mine and the champion of the NEC on a few occasions. Now playing his football for the Greek side, Leros. Tristino has Brown ahead of him. We'll check it backwards. Finds Joe Holland. Another neat and tidy run from Frimpong, which allows Holland into some space, and Barrios has to stretch out a leg. Joe Holland standing over the dead ball. We'll take it with outswing towards a lot of heads into the area. The first contact was won by a blue shirt, but Arguro right underneath the goalpost can assure it go wide. Thompson with build out. Fola checks it back to his goalkeeper. First time to the other center half, Barrios. Jones. Just glancing at the corner of my eye as well, I see a much deeper bench for the Pancyprians. See, I believe 3 on the Leros bench. And as we know, as per usual in this division, substitutions are not in and out. So see in the possibly second half, as this ball is gonna just have enough weight towards the onrushing goalkeeper Thompson, who collects and distributes quickly. Just see in the second half how and if these two sides can maybe dip into their bench and find a little bit of injection of energy. Still a lot of football to be played, however. Lewis Kiefer, Giovanni Morales, and Harry Cook on the Leros bench, I believe, are the 3. Arguro orchestrating movement ahead of him. Andreas Adreu into the channel, gets his cross in. Mason Cherry on his left foot. Neat idea, and took a quick snapshot after the service from Andreu found him just around the penalty area. Levine clears towards the halfway line. A flick from Brown. Jones. Dankwa. Sprinting back to defend is Tristino. Has to communicate with his goalkeeper. Will do it on his own. Finds the fullback O'Connell. Brown from centre forward. And maybe try to flick it off a Leros boot to win a throw-in, but Leros will have the possession. Back with Leo Fola. Barrios. Pancyprians in the lead through a clever flick from James Tristino. Mason Chetty moments ago asked the question of the Josh Levine goal after finding some space in the 18-yard area and dispatching his shot with his left foot, but wide of target. Thompson. Barrios. Jones. So again, just look at the movement of Rosero dropping between the lines. The pass back needs a clearance first time from Levine that it got, but back with, for the moment, Leros, and intercepted by O'Connell. Going to ground is Arguro, getting a fair chunk of the ball. Biggs. Arguro. Joe Holland. Elevating towards the Colombian Ruiz with a little flick and a shimmy to the captain Balon. Ruiz. Frimpong. Step over. Pressed in a tight quadrant by Testori and Jones. More presses on Tristino. Cedarberg gets there first. Frimpong can lift his head and serve to the second post. Biggs will eventually shield it for his goalkeeper, who communicated with the fullback to collect. Jones to Barrios. Fola. Adreu. Barrios. Fola. Quite disciplined lines from the Pancyprians, just forcing these sideways passes. But as we've seen, Rosero trying to pick up some positions, dropping between and finding this type of service over the top towards Chetty. Fluid front three, to say the least, for Leros, full of, as we know, quality players that can also play a couple of positions. Free kick. Holland. Frimpong. Cedarberg. Just checking a couple meters to find his center back partner, Hinu. O'Connell presses on from Leros now. Back with goalkeeper Levine with one touch. And, get away from the press. Thomas Gray splits a line. Tristino towards Braden Brown. Thompson coming off his line and clearing. Rosero is offside, but will cleverly not go towards the ball. Gray controls. Frimpong again off the right hand side where the goal was created for the Pancyprians. his service to this man, Tristino, who's swiveling, pirouetting, checking, going to ground his bigs. Palanca in good position. Our referee here today, Gianluca Palanca. Testori, Jones, from one fullback again to the other, swapping the field. Biggs. Brown going to initiate the press. Fola has to spin away. Andreu. Jones. Cedarberg gets a bit of fight. Jones again. Crossfield to Rosero's picking up yet another interesting position. Dankwa just forces the fullback backwards a bit to receive. Biggs. And a free kick on Mason Chetty. Arguro standing over the dead ball. Certainly a technician of the dead ball, as we've seen many times in the past. Will serve it flat towards Fola, who wrapped his foot around it. Levine thinking about the quick distribution, but will play short to Gray. Some space for Holland. Balon. Thomas Gray from center half back to Balon. So now to the left-sided center half. Hinu. O'Connell. Off Chetty. O'Connell just has to go back some meters. O'Connell, Biggs athletically flicking away. Now we'll reverse to Arguro. The outside of his foot towards the inverting now. Jones. Try to locate Rosero's movement on the last shoulder. Chetty and O'Connell in a duel. The seconds nibbled away from Andreu. By Andreu, excuse me. Appeals of a handball. Hinu back to his goalkeeper Levine. Effectively play a quick 1-2 to take away the press of Rosero. Ruiz dropping deep. Balon. It's going to pass to that right hand side. Frimpong back to Ricky Cedarberg. Balon. Another athletic flick. It needs more dealing with. That'll be suffice. Cedarberg applauding as now they can just change the direction a bit. Over the top towards Holland, who controls. Coming across his Barrios. Cleared. Hinu flicks. Rosero cushions the seconds. We'll receive it again from Dankwa. We'll try, I believe, a shot from long distance. Maybe spotted Levine off his line. Certainly has that in his repertoire. The long distance lob. But Levine, although a couple meters to the side, was in a good position nonetheless. Rosero didn't connect cleanly with his effort. Cedarburg. Frimpong. Braden Brown. Underneath it was Barrios. The seconds will fall to Holland, who invites Tristino. Flat pass forward to Bailon. Evades one. Left by Brown. Frimpong is offside. Barrios. Fola. It's again Antonio. Biggs. Rosero. Wall pass to Chetty. Dankwa just occupying the right flank at the moment as Biggs is here contesting. Goes to ground, swivels nicely. Rosero has a hack. About 6 minutes left in this first half. We've entered in the 39th minute here at Belson Stadium, 1-0 in the favor of the New York Pancyprian Freedoms. Through a strike from James Tristino. The corner kick from Junior Rosero to the heart of the area, dangerous delivery. And part two from the other side. Arguro to take from the other side with now in swing. Shapes his foot around it, doesn't beat the first man in Bailon at the first post. Ruiz, Frimpong. They have a 2-on-3 if they do it swiftly. Frimpong, Ruiz to the right. Maybe that's a clever foul in the end from Benjamin Jones, who will go into the book. Certainly a foul to stop the transition. Took one maybe for the team, but goes into the book and in essence stops the swift counterattack that was being prepared from the Pancyprians. Shooting distance for Holland. We've seen him do it before from a distance like this, quite far out, but when you have the pedigree of Joe Holland, we can really do a bit of both. We'll in fact tease it into the area. Ruiz is stationed at the back post. Gray in the right flank at the moment. Cedarburg. Bailon, first time. O'Connell. Ruiz. Joe Holland. Back to Sebastian Ruiz. Exchanges. Great. Tristino deflected. Where's that ending up? What a hand from Thompson, who was prone on the ground and just stretched out his hand to flick it away. Very awkward, but precise save from Thompson after that wicked deflection with devilish movement on it. Thompson had to react swiftly, and that he did, to keep this game at 1-0. Gray. He knew. Some very important last moments of the first half here. Moments, as we know in football, very crucial right before halftime for momentum purposes. Argudo. Biggs. Chetty. Fola to Biggs again. Left for Rosero. Tankwa. Argudo, couple runners ahead with the outside of the foot. Bailan cushions to goalkeeper Levine. Only falls to Rosero, his clearance. Back to the Colombian. And the deflection is well kept out from Levine from bypassing the last line for a corner kick. We'll play for Ruiz. Has two on him. O'Connell to take. Tristino towards Braden Brown off heels. Jones cleverly away from 1 and 2. Has a couple runners over the top towards Rosero. Good starting position from Josh Levine, will clear out into touch. Good decisive goalkeeping from the Pancyprians number 1. Last minute of the allotted 45 as we've trickled into 44 plus. See, maybe we'll have some seconds of stoppage time, we'll see. Not really so many stoppages in this first half, bar the one goal that we had. Maybe one last action for Leros to find the league equalizer in this first half. Quickly taken. Jones, Adreu, Testori, clever flick, coming across is Gray, half clearance, the shot comes in, deflected from Cedarberg. Braden Brown, Ruiz screaming for the switch of play. Cedarberg, with safety back to Frimpong. And with even more back to Gray, who will drive in, pressed by a couple. As a free kick awarded for Gray, but also coming up a bit gingerly is the captain Andreu. Will drop into position. Frimpong, last knockings, the final knockings here at Belson Stadium. Conclusion of the first half, 1-0 in favor for the New York Pancyprian Freedoms in this Hellenic derby on the final match weekend in the regular season, the APSL Metropolitan Conference. A clever goal, a clever flick from James Tristino is our lone goal here at Belson Stadium. Halftime score, Pancyprian Freedoms 1, Leros 0. Stay tuned for the second half.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish: flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys in Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings, and it's super helpful for travel when I travel.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings, and it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back, guys. Second half kickoff here at Belson Stadium imminent. From what I gather from just the side of my eye, I don't believe any substitutions at the halftime interval. Some substitutes limbering up on in the halftime intermission. But so far, no substitutions to write home about. We'll just confirm that as the second half begins. The lone goal so far, James Tristino, assisted by Eric Frimpong, with some lovely work down the right-hand side. And a flicked finish from the Pancyprians' number 9, followed by a couple of attempts at goal from Leros. I believe actually there is going to be a substitution at halftime for Leros. Harry Cook will enter. I believe replacing Testori. And Mason Chetty going out to the right-hand side. Actually, Testori is still on. I believe Andreas Adreu actually has come off. That is rather the substitution. So a little tweak at halftime. Harry Cook on, Andreas Adreu, the captain, off. The captain's armband over to Luis Argudo. Testori will play in the midfield triplet with Argudo and Dankwa. And like we mentioned, the front three consisting of the man standing over the ball now, Rosero, Harry Cook off the left, and Mason Chetty on the right hand side. Back four hasn't changed as well, as we're back and underway here at Belson Stadium. Can Leros riposte in this second half, trailing 1-0 in this last Hellenic derby of the regular season. Biggs towards Rosero, free kick. Certainly a lot of football to be played in the second half, but as things stand, it's not going to be a Hellenic semi-final. It's actually going to be the Pancyprian, should they hold on to this result, finishing in third place, and will take a trip to Tibbets Brook Park to face Lansdowne Yonkers in the first semi-final. And the other semi-final, if things don't change in this match and the Pancyprians come away with the victory, would be the if. And we'll just have a quick glance at the score as well in the Greek Americans game. Greek Americans taking on Hoboken in 1-4 positions, 1-4 semi-final. However, a long half ahead of us. A lot of things can change, as we know, per usual, in this division full of quality players and some of the best talents that we have here in New York. Dankwa. Benjamin Jones will float. Good starting position again from Levine. Will collect. Holland on the turn. So we also had a substitution at halftime for the Pancyprians. Kevin Johnson, a new signing for the Pancyprians, plays his football, I believe, at Queen's College, will play in the midfield. Balan still on as well, so just trying to quickly glance who came off. I believe it's actually Sebastian Ruiz who's come off for the Pancyprians in the second half. So something to keep an eye out on. Here's the goal scorer, Tristino, towards Balan. A couple of presses on from Frimpong and company. Here is Johnson. First touches in a blue shirt. Really to play for Pancyprians is certainly a luxury, as we know how heavy the shirt is. Years of history and an amateur cup title to their name in some years gone by. Tristino, National Amateur Cup for that matter. Braden Brown. Jimmy Barrios. Free kick. I believe also another substitution now that I'm just glancing at the back four for back 5/4 at times for the Pancyprians. Ryan Harding also has entered, sporting the number 5. Here he is pressing the ball. So Ryan Harding, number 5, on. So to Kevin Johnson, number 6, also on. So I retract my statement on the substitutions at halftime. 3 in the second half, 2 for Pancyprians, 1 for Leros in Harry Cook. Here's Frimpong, cushions. Holland is the second for the Pancyprians. Lovely, lovely strike. Neat execution. Caressed his right foot around it and finds the second goal for the Pancyprians. 2-0 now in favor for the Cypriot side. Holland connecting, another assist for Eric Frimpong. That's his second on the day. Holland just having a quick discussion with Ryan Harding. And a substitution for Leros on the back of that second goal. Lewis Kiefer on, replacing Testori. Arguro. Biggs. Tankwa. Benjamin Jones. Towards Cook, who flicks. Cedarberg got a little touch. Thomas Gray will let it ride back so he can set up the clearance from Levine. Tankwa pressed by Holland. Free kick. Tankwa touches to the fullback Jones. Braden Brown pressing. Advantage given by Mr. Palanca. Jones has some space to serve something. Maybe was waiting for the different run of Cook, who peeled off the last shoulder of Thomas, Braden Brown asking Tristino to lengthen his stride, and we'll just run out of pitch. Thompson. Leo Fola. Biggs intercepted by Harding. Going to ground was Biggs as well. A thick 50-50. It'll find the possession of Holland. Back with Johnson, and so to Levine now. Cedarberg. Johnson. Good weight of pass to Frimpong. Just gets stuck in the muddle a bit. Good work rate from Frimpong to win it back. Balon to James Tristino. Floats it to the second post towards Braden Brown. Leo Fola. Jones. Barrios. See a couple of substitutes, not so urgently limbering up, but limbering up for the Pancyprians. Leros from their three substitutes rather have made two, one at halftime and more recently Lewis Kiefer. They have maybe one more substitute, that being Giovanni Morales, who's going through a bit of stretching routine. Tristino. Found well by Cedarberg, who's advancing now for the overlap. Has been spotted by Tristino. Byline Cedarberg at the first post, sneaks it in. The Swedish man has finished with a lovely fashion, overlapping Tristino, delivering and sneaking it at the first post. The Swede come good for the Pancyprians. 3-0 now in favor for them. Have began the second half in a good nature and have found two goals, one from Holland and one from Ricky Cedarberg. I believe a substitution now, a couple of substitutions. James Tristino's night is done with a goal to his name, and more industrious work from the Pancyprians veteran, which will now allow a debut for one of the new signings for the Pancyprians. Just getting a quick word in the ear from Joe Holland, and so too Giovanni Morales has leapt up from the Leros bench. It's going to be Jason Uo who will make his debut for the Pancyprians. Another new signing, so three new signings for the 11 of the Pancyprian Freedoms now, as we get back underway after Mr. Palanca's whistle. 3-0 now in favor for the Pancyprians, who really were looking for a victory just to build a bit of momentum for the upcoming playoffs, and can solidify now third position should they retain this 3-0 lead, and will, like we said, most likely have a trip to Tibbets Brook to take on Lansdowne Yonkers. 2 versus 3. Udo, that's certainly not how you want your first touch in a blue shirt. Gets clattered by Jimmy Barrios. He'll go quickly into the book. But back on his feet, which is good news. It's not how you maybe want to be introduced in your debut. I see a little smile on his face, which is good news. Free kick and yellow card for Barrios. Uo in advanced position now. Balon back to the goal scorer of the third goal, Cedarberg. Frimpong, and the touch avoids him. Morales quickly to Barrios. Fola. Intercepted for a half second by Holland. Tankwa. Argudo. Stood up by Baylan around the corner to Lewis Kiefer. Jimmy Barrios. Uo will most likely play through the middle. Here he is pressing the ball. Will drive away. Sprinting with him is Holland. Could an injection of energy and pace. Argudo. Tankwa. Run from Chetty. Biggs around the corner to Lewis Kiefer. Reverse. Infield pass. Levine coming off his line. The cutback is cleared. And sliding challenge in the 6-yard area. Cleared effectively off the line. Excuse me, and a yellow card. As Cedarburg cleared off the line and was contacted. Can maybe understand the challenge as the ball was loose in the 6-yard area. But Cedarburg got first touch to it to clear before the contact came in. And another yellow card from our referee, Mr. Palanca. Cedarburg back on his feet, which is good news. Quick thumbs up to the Pancyprian's bench. Levine with length. Uo off his shoulder. Biggs. Harry Cook. Slide rule. Furthest back to Levine. Cedarburg. Gray presses on from Leros. Morales intercepts. Will find Harry Cook. Tries his right foot. Andrea Iosifidi just imploring his side just to keep discipline and to continue to press on in a correct manner. Two number 14s in an aerial duel. Biggs will leave it as last touch off a Pancyprian blue shirt. Fola. Argudo. Cook. Back heel will fall to Holland. Frimpong. Thomas Gray. Baylan. Gray. Knee triangle. So to the pirouette from Johnson. Could have maybe played first time forward, but will sprint back into position. So to Uo. Thrown in. Going over on the outskirts of the area. Maybe on the line as well, but nothing too untoward. Tankwa. Checking before dispatching his shot. Appeals of a handball. But back in the possession of Levine. certainly spicing up a bit this second half. Two teams that know each other very well. Their third meeting in the season, with in the first two games deadlocked at 4 apiece with a win each. 4-3 in favor in the first meeting of the season, in a thriller at Susa, and the 1-0 cup win for the eventual champions of that said cup, Leros. Fola. Tonight, however, it's 3-0 to the good in favor for the Pancyprians. Like we mentioned, needed to string a bit of momentum for the upcoming playoffs, coming off their defeat against the presumed champions, should they have the result go in their favor tonight at Verrazano Complex against Richmond County, the Greek Americans. So perfect response for Joe Holland and Andrea Iosifidis' men. Have some work to do, however, as we know how dangerous Leros can be. Flung in towards Morales, who's stooping. Cederberg, credit to Leros, however, continuing to push and to try to create with high pressure up the pitch. Kiefer. Tanqua. Arguro. Sprays it to the right hand side for the advancing fullback. First time service into the area. Comfortable for Josh Levine. Instruction from the bench to get the lines out before Levine clears. Braden Brown on the bounce and will duel with Fola. Back to Thompson. Tanqua. See another substitute being prepared for the Pancyprians in possibly the next stoppage. Rosero. Pinpoint to Morales. As Kiefer beside him will elect to serve it into the area. Gray first. The seconds bouncing between Arguro and Holland. Kiefer. Tanqua. Injection of pace. Stood up by a couple of blue shirts. Uo through on goal. Need first touch. Jason Uo tries to lob Thompson. As a quick whistle as someone has gone down. Substitution now for the Pancyprians. I believe Danko is down after that last slalom forward. Braden Brown will be replaced. And on comes another new signing for the Pancyprians. Again, quickly having a quick discussion with Joe Holland. I believe it's Taro Fofana who has come on. Indeed so, with the number 17, Taro Fofana, his turn at debuting for the Pancyprians. So just to count them now, 1, 2, 3, 4 new signings and deputies in the pitch now. Here's Fofana's first involvement. Tanqua, seemingly to be okay after that little last knock he took. Morales, who had a splendid game at Susa last time these two featured in league play, gets his cross into the area. Cut towards the top of the box. Cleared away towards Fofana. First ball won by Leros. Biggs Argudo. The technician trying to touch and flick his pass forward. Jason Uo has Fofana beside him, 2-on-3. The late arrival is Holland, as that checked off some heels. Uo, step overs, another step over onto his left foot. Uo, up and over. "20 minutes plus left in this match. Fola. Arguro. Tankwa. Kevin Johnson finds Taro Fofana. Back with Thomas Gray, lifting towards Hinu. The seconds will fall to Chetty. Harding there. Thomas Gray, line splitting to Joe Holland. And we'll check it to Eric Frimpong. Of course, guys, today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. Holland inverting with the outside of the foot, finds Hinu. Will let it settle to his left foot before finding Holland again. Fofana on the top of the area. Uo. Beilan. Morales. On the sprint is Harry Cook. And Levine will let it dribble into his area and have a quick throw-in-esque distribution to Cedarburg. Kevin Johnson. Ryan Harding. Hinu. Argudo. Kiefer. Biggs. Argudo, first time. Chetty. Checking once and twice before finding Biggs. Tankwa. Everyone behind the ball for the Pancyprians. Fofana injecting a bit of press and will be adjudged for a free kick. Ball placed next to the hash mark in the center circle. Played in quickly. Rosero swaps the play to Jimmy Barrios. Tankwa has time to turn. Pressed by Uo. Giovanni Morales will last go off him. Uo cushions towards Fofana. Argudo. Another substitution being prepared for the Pancyprians. I believe it's Alex Pallas that's going to enter. Scored a dynamite of a goal in a very important semi-final in the Amateur Cup, in the playoffs rather, of the APSL. Worldy, if you'd like, is asked to now help the situation off the bench. The next dead ball will possibly enter, replacing maybe Joe Holland, who has certainly put a shift in today. So to this man Frimpong, dispossessed on this situation. Good first touch by Cederberg. First time by Johnson. Great. Uo. Frimpong lengthening his stride. So too. No free kick. Frimpong off the heels of the defender that was retreating. And indeed it is Joe Holland to depart. A shift from Joe Holland, got his name on the score sheet as well. And Alex Pallas entering. Devin Hinu will trot over to deliver some in-swinging service. Hinu are waiting for the movement. Will serve it to the second. Cleared away. And now Hinu will trot over to the left-hand side to take this throw-in. Pallas tries to flick. Back to Thompson. Barrios. Chetty. Frimpong. Cook inching up to press. Kevin Johnson on the turn. Pallas. Another substitution also being prepared for the Pancyprians, who are now dipping into their much larger bench. Have some options and a couple of new signings deputizing. Joe Holland with a bib on just now, instructing from the sidelines. The player coach, player very good, so to now coaching the last minutes of this match on the outskirts of the pitch. Chetty connects well. Barrios. Fola. Free kick. And the captain will come off. Captain's armband to Devin Hinu. So Balon off. Gil Pareja on. Just see how the midfield situation will look like. It's seemingly looking for like, with Kevin Johnson playing a bit deeper and Pareja on instead of the captain, Jordan Balon. Fola. Tankwa. Barrios. Back with Thompson. Tankwa. Morales and Frimpong in a duel. Pareja's first touch. Uo. Frimpong. Free kick. Great. Palace picking up an interesting pocket. Have runners. A couple of sides. Fema now bit stretched as Leros can transition through Mason Chetty. Chetty byline will serve it, and the deflection coming off the shins of Frimpong. Corner kick for Leros. Well, they just touch it shorter. Leave for Rosero to deliver. It's going to be the latter. The Colombian will serve to the first post devilishly. It'll fall back to him. Will reload. Similar location, a little touch in front of Levine. But out of play. Hinu, the captain at the moment for the Pancyprians. Gray swiveling away. Tankwa has Rosero coming across. To get a touch on it is Ryan Harding. Levine to the score of the third goal, Cedarburg. Eric Tankwa stretching to get back as Pareja's making a movement forward. Frimpong left towards Pareja, appeals of a handball and given. Spot kick for the Pancyprians. Who will take it is the question. It's going to be Gil Pareja, who won the penalty kick for 4. Should he convert his spot kick eyeball to eyeball with Thompson in the Leros goal. Gil Pareja stepping up right-footed off the post, kissing the post and finding its way into the back of the net. 4-0 for the Pancyprians. Also, Chris Bermudez, amongst the flurry of substitutions, has entered for Eric Frimpong. Morales, Uo nibbles away. So Pareja from the substitute bench with a award of a penalty in which he dispatched for the Pancyprians' 4th goal. Fizzed in to Johnson, who made it stick. So far the new signings certainly have impressed for the Pancyprians. Just certainly a game, knowing the circumstances, that you will make the playoffs for sure. Just about which position you will end up in, third or fourth. The answer is in third place for the Pancyprians. Can really have a look at the new signings, and that's exactly what Joe Holland and Andreas Josifidi have done, just to find another maybe feature for the upcoming playoffs, should they be called upon to be the point of difference, hopefully, for the Pancyprian persuasion. Lovely. Harding is Fofana. No flag risen. Hinu. Back to Fofana, who will float it towards Palace. Morales underneath it. The seconds will fall to Hinu, popping it awkwardly underneath the goalpost. And Thompson can collect. About 6 minutes and change left in this Hellenic derby. In which we saw 4 goals after a 1-0 scoreline in the first half. Pancyprians finding 3 furthest goals in the second. Arguro. Chetty with more appetizing movement. Rosero. Why not? Levine to the scorer of the 4th goal for Pancyprians. Bermudez. Uo. The service towards Pareja. Cutting in. More work rate at the back line. Left a bit short and cleared. Harding. Hinu. Thompson comfortable. Comes it towards Harry Cook. Johnson's contact. Whistle. Kiefer. Barrios. Fola. Fofana. Just opening the touch a bit, which allowed Arguro to go to ground to win. Hinu. Levine. Gonzalo Pareja. Chris Bermudez with some space. Onto his left foot. Off a couple of shins. Uo into the area. Byline. And athletically fetched out at the end from Barrios, who had to stretch his leg and clear out for a corner kick. Delivery incoming with in swing. Bermudez to the first, the flick, Uo, and the whistle amongst that little scramble. Helping hand from Gianluca Palanca for Barrios, who took a little bit of a knock, but before that some very good defending from Barrios. Final knockings here at Belson Stadium. 2 minutes plus maybe one. Not so many stoppages in the second. And a crossfield pass from Rosero Morales. Dankwa. Standing him up is Pareja. Lovely body feint from Dankwa towards Harry Cook. Cedarberg stretching. Just left it a bit short. And running out of pitches, Dankwa. Cedarberg, Bermudez. Back to the goal scorer. Flick, Fofana. 5-on-3 if they can do it swiftly. Hinu, Fofana. Little loose touch, allowing Fola to come away with the possession. Harry Cook. Chetty. Chetty teases it into the area. The deflection will just about dribble out of play. More good defending from the new signing, Ryan Harding. Levine will take. Hinu. Last knockings. Uo. Fofana. Lovely flick. Uo. Barrios. And that is the final act here at Belson Stadium. The end. A very important victory for the Pancyprian Freedoms for, of course, psychological reasons going into the playoffs. 4 goals to their name with a good display from Joe Holland and Andrea Iosifides' men, plus 3 points. They will conclude their regular season in 3rd place as they feature the tiebreaker over Hoboken, who also were victorious today. They will stand up a night with Lansdowne Yonkers in the first semi-final. The other semi-final will most likely be if the New York Greek Americans come away with the victory, or the result and a victory, and the championship today will be New York Greek Americans Hoboken. So very good day's work for the Pancyprian Freedoms here today. 4-0 final score in the Hellenic Derby over Leros. Stay tuned for a quick interview.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink free.
quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back, guys. I'm here joined by Eric Frimpong and Ricky Cederberg, two key contributors for the Pancyprians' victory in the Hellenic Derby over Leros with a score of 4-0. The last regular season game. I'll begin with you, Ricky. How important was it to string a result going into the upcoming playoffs?
No, it's fun. I mean, I think we've had a lot of good games this season, but a lot of games that we wish we performed better. I mean, obviously Leros is one of those games. It's a derby. It's something you want to win, and I think it was a show of some good strength from the team. We came out and played really well on the ball, which we've been struggling with all season, I think. Very composed and good attitude from everyone, so I was really happy.
Very well said. Eric, 2 assists, endless running, tireless running.
Yeah.
How do you keep, first of all, so much energy throughout the whole game? And what do you see when you kind of beat your man down the byline and try to get your service into different areas? Also, you guys played a little bit of a new system today. How did you feature in that role as well?
I think that we played really well, and I always, do what the coach tells me to do. And the thing that drives me to go forward is always, to keep the team going, to always win matches and make it to the playoff. Try our best.
And big 3 points. The 3 points now will confirm that you guys finish in 3rd place. Depending on the result in the New York Greek Americans game, you will most likely play Lansdowne. So a trip to Tibbetsbrook coming up for the first semi-final, most likely. Early thoughts on that matchup, on a team that you know, of course, very well, that you've played against 2 times in the season. What can we look forward to for the Pancyprians' playoff push?
No, I think, we obviously played them now recently, had a tough loss against them away. I think we deserved better that game. I think coming off of this, we can be very strong. I mean, I believe in us every day against that team. We have so many talented players. That said, Lansdowne are a great group. But come in with a strong attitude, which I don't doubt that we will have. I mean, we have a lot of players that have played in good level in college, so they understand that when it's playoff time, it's go time. So I think we're going to come in with a strong attitude. So that's I'm looking forward to it a lot.
And I can't leave without asking you about the goal. That's a shot, right?
Of course it's a shot. I didn't know this was a thing. The guys asked me, was it a cross? Come on.
It looked from us like it was a shot.
Of course. Yeah, it was a shot. Come on now. Yeah.
Very well played, good defending, and also goal scorer to your name. One final comment, Eric. Good day's work today, successful day, plus 4 goals. What does the week look like upcoming now for a little bit of recovery, and what can we see and hope to see in the playoff time from the Pancyprians?
So right now we are focused on the playoffs right now. We're always thinking training all day, trying to keep fit for the playoffs. So our main focus is to go in there against the Lansdowne and win that match. Yeah.
Very well said, guys. Congratulations. Plus 3 points, 2 assists, 1 goal, plus 3 points for the Pancyprian Freedoms. Victorious over Leros in the Hellenic Derby, 4-0 here live at Belson Stadium. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, good shit.